up a little bit before normal, so I might fart around for just a little bit. A couple things I wanted to try anyway, so we'll maybe not the most exciting, but it's kind of sweet. Some of the things that So, what we're going to do is travel a little bit here. It's the easiest way to do this. That might be the easiest way. Okay. I want to see if this ship fits inside of Carrick. And I had wanted to take you guys to Microtech. I don't know how much we're going to get through all this because I don't have that much time. But we'll see what we can get done. So I think what I'm going to do is fly the 125 over to Microtech. It's kind of a long jump. Maybe I should have already done that just to cut down on time, but I suppose I could have showed you the Carrick while we were on little things, I guess. But yeah, so and then maybe if we have enough time, I'll go down on the ground and spawn a few vehicles or something and show you guys what that looks like. Probably constantly adjusting the audio level. But yeah, I've definitely was not expecting to like these little 100 series as much as I have. I feel like they suckered me a little bit. But they're cool. I like them. So yeah, and then obviously I feel here. Well, something that it's an exploration vessel ultimately. I'm quite keen on doing as things kind of get probably a little closer to like No Man's Sky type of exploration. Like there's things that you can have happen in that way. It's crazy. These things have a little bed inside of them. As small as they are for like logging out and stuff. It did well. Way over here. One last look to Hurston and Old Everest Harbor. Really nice, I guess sunrise. I think it's sunrise. I guess it's either that or they're moving behind it. I'm not sure which, but I'm not sure on the direction of rotation, to be honest. But then I always like that kind of purplish. The color is really such a very interesting color. It's really cool. All right. don't know how. So different ships have different quantum speeds, or rather, different drives have different quantum speeds. They've got like some that are maybe slower, but they're much more efficient with fuel. Some that are faster, but maybe just like more fuel. You know, different things like that. And so, depending on what you have equipped, you can kind of greatly vary how your travel is going to go. I don't know for sure how long this is going to take. Just a quick look at the ship. So, feeling like a little bit of server, a little bit of server. Yeah, so I mean, for a ship this small, it is still very like surprisingly they've managed to get quite a bit of room in. Probably okay. So these are component storages. I have no idea what these actually are. Yeah, eventually, you know, probably a shield generator or one of that could be quantum or power. I'm not sure. This is like storage. Yeah, this is what kind of crazy to me. They have. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. They have enough room to actually put a little bit of cargo in here. It's very tight, but I mean, shoot, you can smuggle somebody in here. They did well. They really did well with these. Eventually, consoles like these will actually display relative and like pertinent information for what it's capable of, at least. Yeah, music is just like super epic right now for not a whole lot going on. Yeah, and so then there's the bed, which you can see you can sit or lie down, and then from there you'd be able to log out if you wanted to, which is it's just very interesting for a ship this small. I think this fits into the starter range of ships that they have. So whether you were to pledge for it or just buy it in game with in-game currency, it's not going to be too expensive, which is cool. Looks like we're about halfway there. I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Bit unorganized at the moment. Yeah, okay. So, let's see here. Yeah, moving along pretty good. Seems to have a pretty decent speed and fuel efficiency. This is a pretty long jump. So, not that I'm trying to sell you on the ship, but just kind of talking over the things that I've kind of been a little bit impressed with. And certainly wasn't expecting to be. And these are so this is a ship from the Origin line. which are kind of like I guess you call them fancy. I mean, they're kind of like a luxury, like if you were to put into like today's manufacturers, like a BMW style. You can see they're really nice. They have really nice body lines, really kind of sleek and kind of an interesting. Like it's some kind of like maybe heat. I don't know. But just very very nice. Very interesting designs for some of the ships. A lot of theirs are very kind of boat, almost like yacht kind of feel and inspiration to them. If you were to see something like their 890, which is it's a luxury yacht, and what it is, a space one, but it definitely looks like a big boat in space. They pulled it off, but for me personally, not all of them are like as appealing as some of these other ships. So here's Microtech, and this is a planet that had a terraforming accident when they were trying to do it, and so this is why it's like hard frozen over in a lot of the regions. We gotta get Port Tressler first. Pick up the big girl. But yeah, so they tried to terraform the planet in the lore. This is what happened, and it was something went wrong, so it caused a lot of freezing and crazy negative degree temperature weather. It's pretty interesting, but there are a few areas that are still like green and I mean still pretty nice and lush. They're beautiful. I'm not sure how exactly that works. If they managed to kind of stop it maybe before it spread over the whole thing, but to me it looks like anybody's from the U.S., but it reminds me a lot of like Colorado, the whole planet. It's like mountains and snow and really beautiful areas. Then you find those patches where it's still kind of rocky terrain, I would say, but has these nice kind of foresty trees, and you'll see. I'll show you guys if we have enough time, and if not, then we'll come back to. Especially if you guys find this interesting. So I think, actually, no. What I need to do is not crash one thing, but I need to. Where's the radio that has still been happening since I did that driver update. I don't think that's on the game. I think it's because that wasn't happening before. I think it's unfortunately something to do with the driver itself. I can't remember where those small pads. Basically, I'm trying not to actually land. I just want to get close to a pad and an EVA in, so I can keep this ship out. And you'll see why very shortly. Maybe if I park off this side over here. Highly unlikely that somebody would steal your ship, but the way I'm doing this, somebody probably could, I think. Or maybe they can't right now because it'll be locked. I'm not sure. But eventually, you're not really going to leave your ships, kind of on their own, unless you've got some like plan for that. So, sneaky and park it up under here. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I am Just struggling today, I guess. So I'm free to. Actually, I'd be suffocating right now if my hat was on. I was gonna check see if my helmet was on, but if it wasn't, I'd be suffocating right now. You're free to completely leave. But, well, PVA is a little weird sometimes. Close it back up. Alright. Boom. So now, we can slide over here to the pad. Now that ship should stay there. And as time progresses, I mean, eventually it will stay there, definitely. But sometimes, the way things are currently, they can despawn. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it won't. Gotta be careful here. I don't want to come in too hot because you can take damage, and I never know for sure where the gravity is going to take in. So okay. So now we're this is Port Tressler. This is I think in the geostationary orbit. What is the correct term? Above the main city of Microtech, which is New Babbage. We might fly over it just for funsies. Alright. I had actually meant to test something else I wanted to do. Since it's just going to be a quick stream, I was going to bump up the quality of the stream. Maybe a few changes. I was wondering how it was going to run. But, because I'm a little bit of an airhead. So we'll do that next time. Alright. This is a very big girl. You've never seen one. This ship is it's a military exploration ship. Is I think how it's kind of classified. So there's origin still there. That's good. It was designed to explore, but it's purpose for the military. So it's got a little bit of stuff for combat. And to defend itself, probably a little more, armor and stuff like that than what you might find in a civilian exploration ship. But it's huge, designed for extended duration kind of excursions, and it has a suite for interesting. So they're working on like wear and tear textures and stuff on ships. I think that's some of what we're seeing now. But it has a suite for mapping stars, like systems, and there's a whole gameplay, and that's kind of what I was talking about with the No Man's Sky. There's a whole gameplay that's supposed to be kind of around that. As well as there will be what's called jump points. So they're kind of like from what I've seen, they're kind of like wormholes, I guess, and it's going to be how you get from one system to another. You saw in Quantum kind of interplanetary travel, I guess, around a single system. But as they bring new systems out, there will be. But there will be much more to explore and to see, and excuse me. So yeah, this big girl on out of her. See, it barely fits. It's very, very big for the size category that it's in. It's pretty much on the largest end of its ship class. I think it's considered a large ship. Man, I'm sorry. Pretty much always want to take it slow. These bigger ships, they really try to get them to feel like they're bigger, you know. And so when you fly them, they feel heavier and they feel. I mean, it feels appropriate most of the time. This ship actually flies pretty well, considering its size. It's more maneuverable than I thought it was. But you certainly can grasp that you are not in a small little fighter or whatever. That's is that what that was telling me?
Thank you. Please visit again.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So it's still there. I'm just gonna slowly make our way over. We'll put the landing gear up. You can see those articulate out. Got a nice animation. I could probably really try to be clever here, but I feel like I'm probably gonna mess it up. So I'm gonna park a little bit off of it instead of trying to be cool and blowing both ships up. That's probably what would happen. Well, I'll try. Sort of. If we fail, then we fail. YOLO, right? It's probably. You'll understand why I'm doing this recording. If you don't already know. Oh, no. Did it just crack? I'm gonna be so sad if it cracks. Oh, that's depressing. I'm not gonna lie. That might have been why the server was seeming a little weird. But alright. Well, it's either gonna put me at Port Tressler because I was there and spawned the ship and launched from there, or it's gonna put me all the way back at Everest Harbor, which is over by Hurston, where we jumped from. But I have no idea where the ships are going to be. So what I was trying to do, there's a hangar on the upper part of the ship. It's a flat hangar that just opens up horizontally, and then the ship can lower down in and out of it. And so I'm pretty sure that 100 series will fit. It's a small hangar, but so I wanted to check that. I've been kind of wanting to check that out. And just had been getting busy with other things while I was playing or distracted. So that's what I was trying to do. See, see how that works out. Like I'll probably run out of time at this stage before I really get to do too much else now, but that's okay. Can't tell from here where we're at. Tell us. A lot of these space stations that are scattered across the system, kind of out in space. I think they're all made by the same company. They're like randomized to a degree. They've got different layouts and stuff, but a lot of the we're at Everest. Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine. So they will look kind of similar. You'll see this kind of brand. And they're kind of big on that, keeping things like within a manufacturer line, at least having some similarities across the board. So, well, that kind of bummed that. Probably means that both of those ships will be like floating. Not that it park it. I wonder. Not playing it. It'll be ready to be done by the time we get back. All right. Well, that was an absolute shame. So I think I have a few minutes. If there's anything you guys maybe want to see per se in particular, but let's see. We'll go down planet real quick. We'll go to Hurston. Let's see if I can find a green area Hurston that I didn't find yesterday or big one. Pick this out. That's pretty cool. Very, very. It's actually really, really movable for its size. Feels really good fun as well. I think that's something they're constantly trying to work on. Is you know how does it feel? I know we know they have like teams for different like vehicle experiences and stuff like that, and they're constantly working on flight models and thruster efficiencies for different ships and stuff like that. They don't want everything to feel the same. It shouldn't, but you do get the sense that they're trying to keep things at a good base. The ship here is kind of it's a little bit of a jack of all trades. It's made by Crusader. They're kind of an interesting company. But it's good for, got a little bit of cargo space back here, can haul vehicles. This is a server room. It's supposed to be some sort of data runner, though that gameplay is not really in as of yet, so I'm not really sure kind of what to expect out of something like that. just general missions, general play. You could haul people and cargo and do combat missions if you want to. It's got several turrets for gunners. Just go have fun with your friends. I think last time we went to the right side of the planet. So let's go. Let's go. Let's try that. See what happens.
Launch complete.
That's one alarm. No, it did. I was on the wrong side. I think it was. Okay. So let's go. What's this? Let's go here. Let's see what we find.
Quantum travel engage. Landing gear up.
Now you could 100% manually just fly all the way down there. It just take a lot longer. The ocean. It might be ocean. So this is much faster. If there's a point that you can jump to.
Quantum travel complete.
A little bit of rainbow there, actually. It's kind of cool. Kind of another reason I want to go to one of these points, but hoping we found some better looking land. See if we can get through this cloud atmosphere or something. It's very this ship is pretty crazy. As big as she is, she'll fly. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting shot at though. Curiosity. Unless one of the NPCs took that one over. There might be a mission to clear that out then. We found some different terrains. It's definitely better than what it was. We gotta go though. Can't stop. Oh, I might have overheated the engines. Alright. Yeah, it's probably exactly. Okay. What's a small run base? Let's see here. Take a moment here to see if I can find another place. So currently, the only way you can spawn ground vehicles is actually at like planet side locations or locations on moons. So it's going to take a few minutes and just drive around on one of those so you guys can see that. Huh. Bigger the ship, the harder it is to get out of atmosphere. Okay, so way over. That's the only thing I don't want to go back to one of the areas that we were in. Possible. We'll try it. Let's try it. It's on the dark side, but that's okay. Maybe.
Quantum travel complete.
We'll give it a few minutes. We'll go down here, see if I can spawn a vehicle. If I can, I'll load it up and go back to the light side. Grab around for just a few minutes. I've had problems with the altimeter, so when it's dark like this, I've slammed into the surface more than once. Patiently waiting for updates to the map UI and stuff, either where you can keep one of those points and have an idea of where it is, or something. Because really the only way to keep track of this stuff once you get in PlanetSide, unfortunately, currently, is to open the quantum system back up. See it in the distance. Eventually, I'm pretty sure the lights on this one work pretty well. Let's see. I might smack right into something over there. I don't know. Two lights. No, actually, I wonder if the altimeter on this one's working. Usually, in my past experience, 800 meters was like the ground. For some reason, that seemed to be where it was about off at. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Coming a little hot, but yeah. Sweet. Pull that off. Alright. So here we are. And I could land here at one of the pads if I wanted to. There's no real need to. Hope they don't crack. But what we're looking for is a set of smaller pads over there to the left. There. Dude. Somebody else here, so. 300. I'm kind of just gonna back up, go through where those pads are. Oop, might have. Oh yeah, I think the wind's blowing me around. Okay. Landing gear down. We might just stop here. It's kind of tight. All right. So we'll shut her down. If you are considering getting the game, I would always recommend currently to shut your engines off when you land. Um, at least in this, like anywhere kind of like this. Sometimes some funny stuff happens, and or maybe your ship isn't as landed as you thought it was, and it starts to move away from you faster than you can catch it. Alright. Hopefully this person isn't going to bother with us. We're just looking at this landing. They probably saw me. I must have just lightly nudged something over here. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see here. So we'll hop in here. We have a few minutes. And then I'll spawn. Let's do a. Okay. We'll walk through that one. Spawn one. Yes, spawn this one. 4. Yeah, we'll spawn this one. I think I'm still working on getting the controls mapped to my joysticks. I think that was that guy in the. Is it? The guy in the origin? I'm not sure. Thought he was gonna join me or something.
Thank you. Please visit again.
Oh no, he's probably doing something. Okay. So these I have not driven very much, to be honest with you. Let's see, if I can not crash. Perhaps. Probably should have given myself a better angle for pulling this sucker in. Oh no, that was great. Okay, cool. Sweet. Just shut it down. This is I don't really know what you kind of equate this to. Kind of reminds me like maybe like a little bit of a warthog from Halo or something. It's not quite, but I do have another one. In fact, I don't think I own this. This must be like a. I'm not sure what this is. I have one that has like a turret on the back right here, and you can stand in, and that really reminds me of a warthog for sure. Oh, looks like the sun's coming up. Yeah, it does like that. Huh.
Exit.
Maybe I'll just head towards the sun a little bit and set her down and leave you guys driving off into the sunset.
Launch complete. Engines too hot.
Well, we have radar unlocked. There might be somebody that's can pick me up outside of their range, or I mean outside of mine. One thing about whoa. It's definitely one thing about this game. It has some really, really great views, like cinematically or graphically. It is a really, really good-looking game. And I mean, my setup is not. I'm quite jealous of some people who really can run this thing at. Oh, it's water. Just a little lake. Oh, we must be heading to the ocean. Set down over here then.
Landing gear down. Engines off.
So yeah, well, I guess today was a little bit of a bust in terms of what I was hoping to do. But still cool. It's a little bit of fun. A few minutes left here. If we can get out. All right, we're out. Go. Take myself out here. Take the chat out. Turn it on. Alright, that's definitely not right. That'll get changed, I'm sure. Some weird clear thing. A little bit of a dust storm right now, but. Oh no. Okay, so there's something That should be collidable. Just so we're clear. I don't know if it's something weird going on currently or not. So now I'm stuck in like collidable rock, but might be something server side. Yes, I might be. Covered by the water here. Well. We're gonna get there, guys. Just trust me. Believe. Just believe. We can do it! Whoa, 1 foot. Nice. Nice. And I'll tell you, I have not driven these very much. Like, I really haven't driven these very much. They're cool though. They're fun for sure. They've got several different types of ground vehicles now. Definitely more ships than ground vehicles, but they're getting there. I'm not really sure what iteration they're on of their ocean tech, but we know that they're working on. Oh, I can. Okay. We know they're working on more, and they're doing tests for boat. I guess vehicles and bringing all that stuff in as well. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. I don't know what happens. I think if you get in the water, it's probably just death, or I'm not sure. You know, currently it won't be, but currently, you have a little bit of what is that, clipping, I guess is that called? The grass. That's something else they're working on. Is they want all the kinds of stuff to touch bends on. So it'll physically interact with everything, including like you walking through it. They showed some footage of that, I think, late last year. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff to see. Kind of add to just the overall dynamic and everything of the game. But yeah, not a terrible sunrise. A little bit of a storm, a little bit of dirt going on, but certainly not bad. Kind of deserty. We're gonna find that savannah. I'm gonna show that to you guys. Dang it. If I can get out. Oh, I can. Nice. Looks like it's clearing up a little bit too. But guys, I appreciate you hanging out. It's kind of short. Sorry I didn't get to do everything I was kind of hoping to do. But anything you guys want to see, if I can show it to you, I certainly will try. Just let me know. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll also answer to the best of my ability. This is very much a game in development still. So you'll certainly see your fair share of bugs and glitches and stuff like that, but it has so much promise, which I think for me is one of the biggest things. It's just the amount of potential if they do it right. If they continue to, not skip over stuff and really flesh it out. It's gonna be pretty incredible, I feel. Maybe I can get up here. I'm a little scared to get in the water because I'm not sure what's gonna happen, to be honest. I don't want it to like insta-kill me. Cool if I could. There's no landing right. Let's try. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? That was about the worst that. All right, so there you go. Water is very much still death. But with that, I have to go for another lovely night of work. So thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.